Today on the show we have a very special guest, Ben Belack from the agency, who is going to come to us with all of his tips and tricks for 2021. He has an amazing YouTube channel and Instagram, so you guys have to check that out. Today's show is the first of the entire week that we have paid partnership with Agent Image. If you guys don't know Agent Image, they do all the top agents' websites in the industry. They're award-winning, international, everyone, you name it. The Oppenheims, Aaron Kerman, they all have their websites done by Agent Image. So this week we're offering our Real Talkers a special promotion. If you guys DM us or follow at Agent Image, they'll be able to give you a special discount code for a new website package or a marketing package in 2021. So be sure to mention Real Talk, that's the code, and DM us at Society Group for more information. They're also launching this, which is called Access. It is an exclusive listing, digital listing software platform that's gonna launch in January. If you guys have trouble with your open houses, you can just use this software. They skin it, they brand it for every agent, and I think it's gonna revolutionize the industry. So check out Agent Image, at Agent Image, DM us for more, and you can be one of the first to use Access and join the elite agents that are using it in 2021. Touchless open houses. So I'm super excited about launching that in January with them. Thank you, Agent Image. Moving on, if you are just joining us, you are watching Real Talk, and I'm going to loop in. He is a top producing agent here in Los Angeles and also an Instagram and YouTube influencer in the industry. It's Ben Belack.
Hey!
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Happy Monday on our 6th day of Christmas. You're our 6th day of Christmas. Do you celebrate the holidays?
Yeah, we're a little more Hanukkah in this family. But...
That's okay. We'll put you in our Hanukkah hunks basket. This week we've got our Hanukkah hunks. You can be our first Hanukkah hunk.
I can say the prayer over the candles if anyone wants right now. I'm sure that's what they're looking for Monday morning.
I love that. No, most Jewish people that I'm friends with don't really know the traditions. You know all the songs?
Not really.
You want to sing a little bit for us?
No, it's not. You're going to have me back for that.
I will. I'll have you back. So, Ben, I was trolling your Instagram, and I love what you're doing. You're basically giving out just valuable tips for agents. This was my favorite one, and I want you to go right into it. You put in a top 5 negotiation tips for from a Beverly Hills agent. What are your top 5 negotiation tips, real fast?
I think you have to be an active listener. Being a listener is the most important part of negotiation. When you're talking, you're not learning anything. You need to mirror the things that people say so they understand that you're hearing what they're saying. Because so much of negotiation is personal and people need to feel heard. I use a tactic called labeling a lot. So
what's labeling?
Labeling would be like, so what I think I hear you saying is X.
You're kind of repeating back what you think.
Yeah, or sometimes I'll be when I'm not just repeating back because that's the mirror, but I'm kind of describing the between the lines.
Okay.
I also do and I tell my team this. I think it's because we're in a world of technology. Everyone's so used to everything so fast. It's really important to slow things down, particularly when they feel heated or emotional. Oftentimes, I'll send a seller a counter or an agent. I'll get a phone call immediately from that email. I don't take it.
Really?
Yeah, I let everyone cool off.
I would pick up the phone.
Yeah, everyone answers right away. We slow it down. We have to slow it down.
Interesting. You take a pause. I love that.
And then another thing that I would say for negotiation is to have a plan. Don't just counter. Try to identify what your final number is or that range, and then create an anchor point for the negotiation with your first response, and then to incrementally counter less each time to get there.
Office, are you listening? They're listening. That's incredible. So really go into the negotiation knowing what your bottom line is. And then how much do you double your first offer by? Do you double it by twice? Like,
Normally, so there's a model called the Ackerman model. God, all these agents are gonna know my negotiation style in LA.
Agents log off. Only my mom can stand.
So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, what's our target? And then let's try to get 65% of that in our counter.
Nice.
And then we'll incrementally go from 65 to 75 or to 85, 90, 95. So we're incrementally making our counter smaller. So that's a good baseline for us. But of course, with every situation, things change based on buyer and seller personality and expectations.
And we're going to get to see one of your amazing listings today. It's my favorite one, and it's in Beverly Hills. But before we do that, I wanted to hop over to just a holiday tradition. Well, before we do that, I have to show you do this. You're golfing with the enemy.
With Hilton and Highland, yes.
This is you golfing with our good friend Zach Goldsmith. I'm guessing at the Bel Air Country Club?
No, that's at Mountain Gate.
Oh, it's at Mountain Gate. And this is hysterical. You guys are like living. So do you feel like every realtor should know how to golf?
You know what? I grew up in a family full of golfers, and I always played more contact sports, I always thought golf was not for me. And because I didn't grow up in LA and I didn't have the benefits of nepotism or my friends' parents hiring me to list their house.
Nepotism.
Yeah, there's a lot of that here.
There's so much. I went to the Bel Air Country Club with a friend who's with Mick Partridge, and he's a legacy there, and I have no idea to golf, but the more tequila you drink, the better I was.
Yeah, I'm sure.
La Familia.
Yeah, La Familia.
Yeah, so for me, I started golfing so I could expand my network of people that I know.
There you go.
And little did I know that I would become addicted to it, and it would put the hooks in me like heroin.
It's as expensive as a heroin addiction.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that every real estate agent needs to know how to play golf, but what I will say is that you're not always hired because you're the best. You're hired because you're known, and
yes.
Often.
Yes, absolutely.
So you have to find kind of outlets for that.
I love that. Well, I think golf is a good way to network and meet people, and I love the fashion. That's why it's the sport for me.
By the way, I have like a dozen pair of golf shoes. For me, the outfits are half of it.
I love that. If you're just joining us, you're watching Real Talk. This is our 6th day of Christmas, and we're here with our holiday hunk. Sorry, Ben Belack. I know you're going to hate that I call you that. Ben, before we move on, I want you to tell us your Dear Santa. What's one thing that you're wishing for this year? It can be materialistic. It can be a deal closing. Say Dear Santa and tell us your Santa wish.
Dear Santa / Hanukkah Harry. I wish that all of the feelings that everyone had in 2020 go away in 2021. The feelings of insecurity, fear, embarrassment, shame. I hope that all goes away and that we all come out stronger in 2021 and beyond, and also a little bit more aware of ourselves as well as our roles in our community.
I love that, man. Just so motivational. I love that.
I am that way, so be careful.
You are that way. Okay, well, are you single, Ben? Or do you have someone in your life?
I do have someone in my life, yes.
Oh, okay. Show's over, everyone. Moving on.
I didn't know this was a dating show.
Oh, we do that to all the realtors who come on. If they're single, then we play a dating game where we make their dating profile. We made Jacob Green's dating profile.
Jacob should be with someone.
He should. He's a great guy. He's closing mega deals right and left, and he's just one of our favorite guests.
He's on a great team.
Yeah, he's on a great team. I love that. I love him. But back to you. Let's go hop over and see some of your incredible listings First of all, we're going to go to 715 Alpine Drive, 6 bedroom, 7 bathroom, just over 10,300 square feet. One of my favorite homes. And we're going to have the audience guess the price for a chance to win something. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? Here's the first one. Take us into this gorgeous listing that you have. This is the exterior backyard.
So, well, actually, this is actually the front through the courtyard. This house is very unique. First of all, it's indebatably the best location in the real estate universe. It's in the mid 700 block of Alpine. It does not get much better than this. You're a short walk to Rodeo Drive in downtown Beverly Hills, and of course the Beverly Hills Hotel. As desirable as the Beverly Hills flats are, there's kind of a strange amalgamation of architectural styles. This house was built by two people that have built many homes, and this has been their family home for 20 years. They raised their kids there. And it's just full of exotic materials, specimen trees, 50 feet in the air. It's on over half an acre, which is pretty big for Beverly Hills. And as you can see, as you go from room to room, there's all these different influences. The photo you're showing now is, all these Moorish kind of style nods. It's an exciting place to be.
I was going to say, I wonder what nationality the owners are, because they're either eclectic world travelers or they're from the Middle East. Look at this stunning, like, Art Deco 1920s fireplace that takes you back to the yesteryear of Hollywood.
Yeah, it's the first thing you said. They are eclectic world travelers, and they poured a ton of money and emotion into building this house.
Wow. And then it has these... I had to show this picture because in the backyard they have animals that are plant animals that they're gorgeous.
Yeah, right when you walk in and turn right, you're looking at that.
I love that. So it's right in the courtyard. Then you have these dramatic staircases with, object to arts. Then you go into another beautiful living room with a stunning fireplace. Look at
the beams are all hand stenciled. All of the work you see on the fireplace is hand carved. And look, a lot of times you see in new modern homes, for example, it's just white oak, wide plank floors. Depending on what room you're in, it's mahogany versus walnut versus book matched imported limestone. Some of it's that wide plank that I said. Some of it's chevron. I mean, it's a piece of art in there.
And you can't forget this pool. It's just amazing.
I know, with Italian mosaic tiles.
And then is that a guest house in the back of the pool house?
Yeah, that is the guest house.
That's incredible.
Yeah, honestly, when you're there, particularly in the back, you feel like you're in this like Balinese garden forest, because they've got ash trees, bamboo 50 feet into the air. It's magnolia. It's wild.
It's beautiful. So, audience, can you guess the price without going over? We know the price, and we already have a winner. We had a 14 from Yogi, a 15 from Travis Wallace, or 12, Travis Wallace. But Lauren Cardovano gets it on the nose with $19 million. She's just a little under, it's 19.8. So Lauren Cardovano, you win. She always wins. Do you think she cheated, Ben?
I think she may have.
Do you know Laura?
I don't, but I would have cheated. Anything for Edge.
Anything for Edge. Laura, you're going to win our gift of the week, which is in this box. It's Frederick Eklund's book, The Cell.
Ooh.
Yes. If Ben had a book, we'd give you Ben's book, but he does have an incredible YouTube channel and Instagram. Go check out Ben Belack, at Ben Belack, to find more of his tips and tricks. If you guys are just joining us, you're watching Real Talk, and this week we're sponsored by Agent Image, who is going to they're going to release a digital listing presentation software. Have you heard about this, Ben?
No, but I love a good digital listing presentation. Mine is digital. And,
yes, right? It's the way to go.
Well, you know what? At my company for so long, we had this big, massive book, you know, that was like this big, and it was helpful because it looked like you were bringing over an artist portfolio. But
Right.
you know, we transitioned to digital, which allowed us to make kind of organizational updates more easily and just kind of push it to everyone's iPad. But you know, since 2020 has been so crazy, a lot of my listing presentations are via Zoom. So a digital presentation is an incredible tool.
I love that. Well, you guys can DM us for more information and a special discount. Let's jump back to Ben Belack's agent tips for 2021, Ben. We're asking our top agents who come on the show, what is one agent tip you would give for 2021 so that agents watching could have a really killer January? What's one thing you have a team, what's one thing you tell them to do?
So I'll give a two-parter.
Ooh.
So one is, if it's not on your calendar, it's not going to happen. And then the other part of that is the first thing that you need to put on your calendar every day of the week is when and for how long you are going to prospect. It is the first thing everyone takes off the calendar. Your logo on your business card, your website, they don't matter.
All that matters is prospecting.
Pick up the phone, mail letters, sales will cure all.
That's so funny because Linda May was on the show and she said pick up the phone. Rainey was on the show and said pick up the phone and call your clients.
Yeah, and I told my team specifically actually last week. I said, you know, because I mean I'm still kind of young, but they're younger, and I say to them,
how young are you, Ben?
I'm 41.
You're young.
Yeah, I'm young. But yeah, I tell them like we are not professionals that hide behind emails and texts. We call.
I love that. Okay, well, pick up the phone in 2021. That seems to be the running theme. Moving on to more Christmas stuff. What is your, not Christmas, Hanukkah. What's your favorite Hanukkah memory, Ben Belack? Part of our Hanukkah Hunk series.
That's a tough one, but I think the one that I can remember that's most recent is I went back to Philadelphia where I grew up, and my best friend and his wife, and I officiated their wedding in Mexico, by the way.
Ooh.
They had just completed a total gut renovation of a double wide carriage house by the Art Museum in Philadelphia, and
Nice.
it was this, you know, feat of architecture and design, and just seeing them in this amazing space just really warmed my heart.
Oh, Ben.
I miss seeing them, and like I haven't been able to this year. I haven't been able to travel back, so it was amazing.
You seem like kind of a softie to me. Are you a softie?
I guess, you know what? Sometimes, yeah, I'm a little sensy. I'm tough in at work and in the negotiation room, but yes, I am a little sensy.
Well, if you're just joining us and you missed Ben's top negotiation tips for agents, you can be as hardcore as Ben if you watch his YouTube channel. Go check it out at Ben Belack on Instagram. Ben, before we end, I wanted to get your one word for 2021. We're asking agents, what is their one word of intention moving into the new year that you would set?
Expansion.
Expansion. Ooh, that's a good one. We've heard like, you know, self-care and things like that. That's not as good. Expansion. So where would you like to expand, Ben?
I want to expand my team's business. I want to support them in mentorship. I want to help change their lives. I want to expand my team. I want to expand how known I am through my YouTube channel. And I want to expand my own boundaries as far as, you know, realizing my own potential professionally and personally.
That's incredible. And so what can we look for in your YouTube channel? What's the next video coming out?
It's a good question. Honestly, I don't know.
Expansion.
Our channel actually seems like pretty together. I'm very proud of it. I do think that, you know, we put out a very high level of content, and I say that understanding I'm setting an expectation, but oftentimes like we pick what we're doing the night before.
Wow, I would never do that. I think creating content, people make it look easy, but it's actually very difficult.
I have a great team there, and my experience is on camera and behind the camera in my old life. So it's easy for us to kind of jump in and do it. But yeah, we put out a show every week, and it's hard to storyboard it all out when you have a busy real estate practice.
I can imagine. I'm there with you. Well, Ben, thank you so much for joining us and going golfing and giving us your agent tips. I love this property on Alpine. You guys have to check it out. $19.8 million. And thank you for your agent tips and your Hanukkah memories and for stopping on the show. I love it. Here's his youtube.com. It's youtube.com/Ben Belack. Thank you so much, Ben, and have a happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah to you too.
Happy Hanukkah. Bye, Ben.
Bye.
That's the incredible Ben Belack. There's his Instagram. There's his YouTube. Thank you so much, Ben, for coming on the show and sharing those negotiation tips. I'm so into it. I'm going to clip that. Oops. I'm going to clip that out. If you guys want more information on Agent Image, they are our wonderful partnership this week. They're going to give you an exclusive offer on your personal website and an exclusive offer on marketing packages for 2021. So if you're like Ben and you're looking for expansion in the new year, check out Agent Image. All you need to do is DM us for more information or the code, or follow @Agent Image and say you're a real talker, and you'll get all that information. Thank you so much for joining. Tomorrow on the show, we have on the Josh Flagg and Bobby Boyd together at last on the show. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. We'll see you then. I'm your host, Alexander Ali. Thanks for keeping it real talk. Bye-bye.